Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Classified Captures. Today's episode promises nothing but thrills that will leave you on the edge of your seat. Sit back, relax, and let's wow the world. We start off today's episode with a question. What would you do if you saw a strange creature in the woods? Well, if you answered run away, I wouldn't blame you because it's something I myself would have done. But the individual in the clip I'm about to share with you had different ideas. The clip starts with a weird figure standing in the distance, not moving. Seeing something standing like this in the middle of nowhere in the night is bound to send the heart racing and scared. But the one recording the footage simply gets closer to get a better view. The creature is definitely humanoid, yet not human. The recorder's curiosity gets the better of him and he pokes it with a stick. Despite the poke, it remains indifferent and maintains its weird, ominous vibe. A second look and you'll realize that the creature's body feels more like cloth than it does skin. Are we really looking at a cryptid, or is this an elaborate hoax? Share your thoughts in the comments section. Next, we have odd footage of a creature I believe you may recognize. Have a look. What do you reckon that is? Well, at first glance, you may think it's a gorilla because of its fur and muscles, but in a second, your mind might correct to remind you that gorillas don't walk upright. What about a chimpanzee? It could be a chimpanzee, right? After all, those ones walk upright, don't they? You might find that comforting, but then again, you are quickly reminded that chimpanzees aren't that tall or buff. What then could this be? Anyone familiar with the paranormal or this channel will definitely scream Bigfoot. Is it an authentic sighting though? I think I'll leave that up to you. You tell me. In the security footage, an enigmatic entity was captured in motion outside. The figure appears to be humanoid in shape, yet it's composed of what seems like smoke or mist. While the footage lacks clarity, the discernible bipedal movement suggests an otherworldly presence. Could this be a manifestation of a ghostly entity? The ethereal nature of the figure certainly leaves room for speculation. The eerie and mysterious quality of this sighting raises more questions than it does answers, inviting us to ponder the nature of such a phenomena. It's astonishing how nature is able to give us unique creations that beat our imaginations. This next clip is proof of that. While this particular creature may appear peculiar and even otherworldly to those unfamiliar with its appearance, it's simply an anteater. Aptly named, these fascinating animals are specialized in eating ants and termites. As interesting as these creatures might look, you might want to keep your distance whenever you encounter them. Although they're usually not a threat to humans, giant anteaters can inflict severe wounds with their front claws. Stepping away from that disclaimer, if there's anything to take away from this clip, it's that it serves as a gentle reminder that the natural world is filled with an incredible diversity of life forms, each uniquely adapted to its environment and dietary preferences. In other words, not everything that looks strange is paranormal. Sometimes it's just nature's way of creating remarkable things. In this intriguing footage captured by an oilfield worker in the Canadian woods, there's something unusual lurking among the trees. When you slow down the video, it becomes even more evident. A large, dark-furred figure with an impressive physique almost like a bodybuilder. This creature doesn't resemble the typical primates we're familiar with. Could this be evidence of a Bigfoot in the wilds of Canada? It's certainly a possibility. Bigfoot sightings have been reported for years, and the mysterious nature of these creatures continues to pique the curiosity of many. While it's difficult to draw definitive conclusions from this footage alone, it adds another piece to the puzzle of these enigmatic beings. In this clip, we have another capture of what appears to be a Sasquatch, commonly known as Bigfoot, sitting on the forest floor with its head down. This creature seems to have brown hair, which is consistent with many descriptions of Bigfoot sightings. While it's crucial to approach such footage with a healthy dose of skepticism, the context here is intriguing. The area where this footage was captured is renowned for Bigfoot sightings and is not known for having a population of bears or primates. This raises questions about the possibility of it being a legitimate Bigfoot encounter. As exciting as that thought might be, without clearer evidence or more extensive documentation, it's challenging to draw definitive conclusions. With the evidence presented to you, however, what do you have to say about the whole thing? Still on the bizarre and strange, take a look at this clip.
There it is.
The footage starts off with a group of friends staring at an old, abandoned, and run-down house. After a few seconds, they look like they have seen something spooky and quickly drive off.
Holy Go, 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 go.
This was sent to us from a fan on this page, stating he saw something otherworldly, a ghost, if you may. Naturally, that excited us, but after going through the footage, we couldn't make out what he was referring to. But perhaps you can. Take a second look at the footage and share with us what you see. We'd love to know. Our next eerie clip was posted by a YouTuber, Shay, who is known for his explorations of unusual and often paranormal places. During one of his expeditions, Shay ventured into an abandoned, waterlogged shelter with stairs. While going down the stairs and recording the journey, the camera captured something that initially went unnoticed but sent shivers down the spines of those who later spotted it. Hidden in a small compartment at the side of the stairs was a figure. This space was far too confined to accommodate a person, and the entity concealed within it was not immediately obvious unless you were actively searching for it, which is precisely what Shay's subscriber did. Upon closer examination of the slowed-down footage, the mysterious presence becomes apparent: a head of hair and a disfigured, pale face. Speculation arises that this could be the ghost of one of the shelter's former residents, or perhaps something even more enigmatic. In an eerie turn of events, a couple woke up one morning to find their bedroom window had been left open, despite being certain they'd closed it the night before. Intrigued and slightly unnerved, they decided to unravel this mystery by setting up a camera to monitor the window while they slept. The following morning, when they reviewed the footage, what they discovered sent chills down their spine. There, captured on video, was a massive dark figure lurking just outside their window. This figure possessed inhuman glowing eyes, exuding an eerie and unsettling presence. What's particularly unsettling is that their home appeared to be close to the woods, suggesting that this creature could be anything at all. While the couple's course of action after the incident remains unknown, one can't help but think that it might be a sign for them to consider a change of residence. Wouldn't you agree? While wandering through the woods, a man stumbled upon an intriguing sight: a strange creature perched among the branches of a tree. At first, he mistook it for a natural part of the tree itself, but then something caught his attention: the creature's eyes, mysterious and intent. Upon closer inspection, it became apparent that this creature has mastered the art of camouflage, seemingly blending seamlessly with the tree it occupied. In Bolivia, a rather intriguing image surfaced recently in August 2023. This photograph depicts a slender, pale entity standing at approximately 4 feet in height with an unusually large head. What's more perplexing is that this creature appears to be in motion, captured near a river. Unsurprisingly, this photo has ignited a wave of speculation and debate among experts and enthusiasts alike. With its uncanny resemblance to the stereotypical depiction of extraterrestrials, it raises questions about the possibility of their presence on Earth. Could this image be a piece of evidence in the ongoing discourse of extraterrestrial life and their alleged interactions with our planet? In the dead of night, a group of motorcyclists in India stumble upon an enigmatic figure ambling along the road. The being in question bore an uncanny resemblance to a hairless, naked human, yet its movements were far from ordinary, characterized by a peculiar, almost sluggish gait. The sight was undeniably eerie and sparked fervent debates among those who witnessed it. Was this a chance encounter with another form of extraterrestrial life, or could there be more terrestrial explanations for this strange, slow-moving entity? Perhaps you can shed some light on this unsolved mystery. In a world where strange creatures often capture our imagination, it's easy to jump to conclusions when coming across something unusual. Take this recent sighting, for example. During a rainy day, a peculiar creature was observed ascending into the woods. Its wet appearance gave it an otherworldly, somewhat eerie vibe, leading many to suspect it was an alien or cryptid. Let's not, however, be too hasty in our judgments. The reality here is far more mundane. This creature, though it may look a bit odd when drenched, is nothing more than a sloth. These gentle, slow-moving creatures are among the most unhurried inhabitants of the wild. When they're dry, they reveal their true charm, cute and cuddly without a hint of danger. So the next time you encounter something unusual, remember that not everything is paranormal or extraterrestrial. Before you move on to the next clip, please don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, or even drop a comment in the comments section. It goes a long way to help us produce more videos for you. Thank you very much for doing so, it means a lot. Moving back to the day's episode. In the mysterious waters of the Missouri River, a captivating piece of footage was captured, hinting at the presence of a large and enigmatic creature. While we can easily rule out the typical suspects like crocodiles or alligators, what lurks beneath these waves seems to be something altogether bigger and more elusive, a water monster of sorts. The immense waves generated by this concealed creature suggest not only its size but also its remarkable length. As we ponder this enigma, we can't help but wonder about the identity of this hidden river dweller. Could it be an undiscovered species or an ancient aquatic giant that's managed to elude our understanding? In this intriguing security footage, a man can be seen limping away in apparent panic with something closely behind him. At first glance, it might seem like an ordinary pursuit, possibly by a dog or another person. However, as the events unfold, it becomes chillingly clear that what's chasing him isn't what you'd expect. The entity following the man has a reptilian-like appearance, which is certainly perplexing. Is this a genuine encounter with something beyond our understanding, or could it be an elaborate hoax? As with many such unexplained incidents, we're left to wonder about the authenticity of this footage. While scouting through the woods, a hunter stumbled upon a captivating sight. Concealed amidst the underbrush, he spotted what he firmly believed to be a Bigfoot. The cryptid sat there, seemingly absorbed in its own activities, blissfully unaware of the hunter's presence. Such encounters with elusive creatures like Bigfoot continue to fuel speculation and curiosity. It's a tantalizing glimpse into a world of mysteries lurking in the wilderness. In this unsettling security footage captured at a home, two individuals were enjoying a late-night swim in their pool when an unexpected guest crashed their aquatic gathering. Out of nowhere, a crocodile stealthily slithered into the pool, plunging the night into chaos. As the commotion began, the man in the pool displayed quick reflexes, managing to escape the water and evade the clutches of the lurking reptile. However, the situation took a more perilous turn for the woman, who found herself in a heart-pounding struggle with the crocodile. In a tense and terrifying moment, it appeared as though the crocodile was about to strike. Thankfully, she eventually managed to extricate herself from the dangerous encounter. The sudden and inexplicable appearance of this predator raises many questions about why and how it found its way into a residential pool. Two adventurous individuals were deep in the woods when their attention was captivated by an enigmatic sight among the trees.
Behind that tree there, do you see it? There, look! It's moving! Where? Now, what was that?
It was a towering creature notably resembling a massive primate traversing the terrain on two legs. The creature took measured strides amidst the trees, seemingly oblivious to the presence of the two observers who were diligently filming this extraordinary encounter. Based on the available evidence, this sighting strongly suggests the presence of a Bigfoot, a legendary and elusive cryptid believed to roam remote wilderness areas. The observers' reactions appears to be a blend of amazement and fascination at this rare and remarkable glimpse of an iconic cryptid.
Behind that tree there, do you see it? There, look! It's moving! Where? Now, what was that?
A peculiar creature covered in white fur was sighted in an open field. Unlike the typical animals you might expect to find in a field, this creature had an unusual way of getting around. It hopped across the terrain, each leap executed with a certain grace, almost like it was dancing with the ground itself. The characteristics of this creature are somewhat mystifying, making it hard to discern if it's an actual creature in the wild or if it's a paranormal anomaly. With our limited knowledge of wildlife, we can't tell, so we look to you. Can you help? In the vast and untamed woodlands of Australia, a ranger had an experience that took him by surprise. At first glance, he believed he was observing a common kangaroo, a frequent sight in the Australian wilderness. However, as the figure came into full view, it became abundantly clear that this was not an ordinary encounter with local wildlife. This towering and imposing figure that initially resembled a kangaroo was something far more remarkable. The ranger found himself face to face with what many would describe as a Bigfoot. This encounter was extraordinary because traditionally, Bigfoot sightings have been associated with North America, and the existence of such a creature in Australia was, to say the least, unconventional. It left the ranger baffled and, at the same time, filled with curiosity. Anyone who knows Australian folklore, however, will know that such creatures do exist, and they're called the yowie. Can any of you give us an interesting fact about the creature, as we'd love to hear it? On a quiet winter night, an unusual figure appeared against the snowy landscape. It had a couple of striking features: bright eyes that stood out in the dark and long, pointed ears. The first thing that came to mind was the character Yoda from a well-known series. The figure looked quite small, like Yoda, but it was hard to be sure due to the limited visibility in the dark. This sighting raised questions and theories. Was it a real being, a natural occurrence, or just a trick of the imagination? Some even concluded it was nothing more than a mountain goat. What say you? This next footage initially appears quite ordinary, but after a few seconds you realize it's not. A red hen stands in a backyard on a rainy day. However, upon closer inspection, something unusual comes into view. In the sky above, a strange object zips across at a remarkable speed. The person who recorded the video stated that there were no nearby airports, eliminating the possibility of it being a human-made aircraft. This leads us to consider the intriguing idea of an unidentified flying object, or UFO, or more specifically, a saucer. It's a thought that sparks curiosity and raises questions about what might be out there beyond our understanding. What do you think this mysterious object could be? If you still haven't hit the like button, subscribed, or even dropped a comment, could you do it now? Thank you very much. It means a lot to us and allows us to create more content like this. Moving on to the next clip. In this video, a person had an intriguing encounter with a creature that bore a striking resemblance to the enigmatic Bigfoot. The creature was nothing short of colossal, standing at an impressive 8 feet tall. It exhibited substantial muscle mass and was covered in a shroud of dark fur, adding to its mystique. Unbeknownst to the creature, it gracefully meandered through the woods, all the while being discreetly captured on film. As with many cryptid sightings, skepticism invariably rears its head in response. Some contend that the footage could be nothing more than an elaborate hoax, orchestrated for a moment of online fame. On the other side of the coin, experts in the field of cryptozoology propose that the video might genuinely depict an encounter with the elusive Bigfoot. The debate between these two schools of thought remains a constant in the world of cryptid sightings, so the question begs to be asked: what's your take on this captivating and mysterious encounter? In this trail camera image, we're presented with quite a bizarre spectacle. At first glance, it's easy to assume we're looking at a primate of some sort. The creature in the image has a resemblance to a monkey with its posture and physical features. However, it's the atmosphere surrounding this image that gives it an eerie and mysterious quality. The dense woods in the background, the low lighting, and the overall ambience contribute to a sense of otherness. It's this peculiar vibe that makes me wonder if there's more to this image than initially meets the eye. Could this be a case of mistaken identity, and we're merely observing a regular monkey in its natural habitat? Or is it something more elusive and enigmatic, like a juvenile Bigfoot known for its elusive nature? Share your thoughts. In this peculiar trail camera footage sent in by a curious subscriber, we're presented with a unique natural encounter. It features 2 deer, but what's strikingly unusual is the way these animals are standing on their 2 hind legs. Now, some might be quick to jump to more mysterious conclusions, suggesting that these creatures are possessed or perhaps even skinwalkers. However, the closer look reveals that there's a more down-to-earth explanation. This is a display of deer in battle. When these animals engage in combat, they often rear up on their hind legs, creating an intense face-off. The sharp hooves are formidable weapons, and they use them to clash and spar until one deer eventually concedes the contest. So rather than being a supernatural encounter, we're witnessing a captivating and entirely natural interaction between these 2 creatures. Speaking of mysterious captures, we don't have any from you guys featured in today's episode. Please send in your clips. As long as they are bizarre and out of this world, we'll feature them. And if you're unsure of what you've captured, don't worry. I'm sure that thousands of subscribers who watched the video could help you make sense of it. Simply send it to classifiedcaptures@gmail.com. Moving on. A Trailcam owner was in for a peculiar surprise when he retrieved his device from the woods. The footage revealed these enigmatic dark-furred canines wandering through the forest. Intriguingly, the cam owner was initially baffled by their identity. Perplexed and curious, he turned to the online community for insights and opinions. It took a significant amount of time and research for him to unravel the mystery behind these strange creatures. The big reveal? They turned out to be none other than coyotes. Yeah, you heard me right. Coyotes with unusually dark fur, not some sinister bloodhounds from the depths of the underworld, as one might be tempted to imagine. These dark-furred coyotes with their camouflaging fur color certainly add an element of stealth to their nightly activities, making them all the more intriguing and, in their own right, rather enigmatic. In this footage, captured during the late hours of the night, we encounter a puzzling situation. At first, the desolate environment suggests that no one should be present at this time. However, the video takes an eerie turn as it reveals a pair of luminous eyes gazing directly at the camera, and the sudden movements of the camera reveal that there is a recorder present. This mysterious encounter with glowing eyes naturally raises numerous questions. Who or what could be the source of these haunting eyes? Some viewers speculate that it might be related to the infamous rake. That's a fact that's, however, hard to accept without seeing the rest of the body. What do you think, though? The recorder's hasty departure from the scene leaves us with plenty to ponder. Would you be willing to put your safety on the line to capture such content? We're interested in hearing your thoughts and theories about this unsettling incident. In the chilling sequence of events, the homeowner returns to the safety of their residence, only to be thrust into the eerie world of the unknown. When they delve into the surveillance footage, they encounter an unwelcome intruder with spectral, almost otherworldly features. The video footage, a bizarre blend of the real and the surreal, captures a ghastly presence. A ghostly figure, shrouded in a pallid, translucent visage, materializes within the dining hall. The recordings unveil this ungodly entity maintaining an unsettling stillness with only subtle, sinister movements that defy the laws of nature. The homeowner, gripped by fear and dread, reaches out to local authorities for assistance. However, their plea falls upon deaf ears as the unexplainable nature of the situation leaves even the police baffled and unnerved. Rumors begin to swirl as theories of the creature's identity emerge. Whisperers of the notorious rake or the elusive skinwalker send shivers down the spine of anyone who hears them. In the face of such sinister uncertainties, one can't help but wonder, would you even dare to continue residing in that house? Amidst the tranquility of a solitary camper's respite in the heart of the woods, an unexpected and chilling disturbance shatters the serenity. Strange and unsettling sounds emerging from the depths of the forest echo from every conceivable direction. An eerie symphony of growls and unknown cries pierces the silence, yet the source remains elusive, shrouded in obscurity. Fueled by a mixture of curiosity and trepidation, the camper instinctively reaches for their camera, determined to document the enigmatic phenomena. As the enigmatic sound persists, the recording captures an auditory enigma, a haunting roar or growl without a clear origin or visible entity. As the camper remains on the edge of uncertainty, their mind brimming with unanswered questions, the mysterious sounds continue their spectral performance. The forest, once a sanctuary for quiet contemplation and communion with nature, has been transformed into an enigmatic theater where an invisible and enigmatic presence takes center stage. The nature of this unseen phenomena remains an enigma, and speculation abounds. What could be responsible for these unsettling sounds and their identification? The camper thankfully escapes a direct encounter with the enigmatic source, leaving behind a tapestry of questions etched into the fabric of the forest's mysterious allure.
In a mysterious incident captured on video and shared on the YouTube channel Para Breakdown, eerie sounds echoed through the night in Mission, Oregon.
Who's doing a documentary on Bigfoot will enjoy this footage.
These unsettling noises resembled laughter and seemed to emanate from the nearby woods. The intensity and proximity of the laughter were enough to send shivers down anyone's spine. However, the night's eerie symphony was short-lived, as the strange laughter eventually subsided, leaving the night quiet once more. But the silence was soon disrupted by another startling sound: a gunshot. This sudden and ominous development raises questions about what might have been transpiring in the area that night. Was someone hunting down the source of the laughter, or was it something else entirely? As a hiker ventured along his well-trodden path, a desire to capture its enchanting allure urged him to wield his camera, immortalizing each fleeting moment. Let's take a look at what he captures. Entering a remote stretch of the trail, a small rabbit graces his path. Swiftly zooming in with his camera, he pauses, captivated by the serenity of the scene. Regrettably, this tranquil interlude is abruptly shattered. A growing unease takes hold, gnawing at him without a clear cause. Resolute but puzzled, he chooses to retrace his steps. The further he ventures into the woods, the more unsettling the occurrence has become, prompting his steps to hasten. An eerie symphony envelops him, whispering secrets only the forest knows. Swiftly he turns, only to find that the rabbit, phantom or reality, has vanished without a trace. Amid the disquiet, a faint voice emerges from the depths of the woods, a mere whisper of, "Hi there," or perhaps my senses deceive me. Soon, however, the whispers morph into what seems like a woman's voice.
He was right
The sounds, however, are far from comforting. They carry an eerie and distressing tone. Scared, he quickly runs out of the place and posts this online, asking for input and help on what he may have seen. While he and many who viewed the footage believe this quick departure may have saved his own life, a user in the original post proposed an unsettling theory. They suggested the voice sounded like that of a woman who had been gagged, pleading for help. They believe he had the opportunity to save someone who'd been kidnapped or someone who was being trafficked. Watching it on repeat again, I'm tempted to agree with the second person. What do you personally think? Have you ever pondered the peculiar events that unfold during the mysterious hours of the night? Allow me to take you on a journey through a compelling video.
The lights are... The lights are off right now. Oh, it just moved. It just moved. It just moved.
In the dead of night, a vigilant security guard becomes unnerved by an unexplained presence at one of the building's windows he oversees during his shift. This figure initially seems unconcerned until it inexplicably moves out of sight. A similar eerie encounter transpires in another room, this time involving two shadowy figures. Suddenly, an object is sent hurtling across the room, adding an extra layer of intrigue to the unfolding mystery, with the other security personnel giving an assurance of not having entered the room yet. Over the walkie-talkie, we hear the security personnel in conversation, attempting to piece together the puzzling events. However, as the story unfolds, it becomes apparent that they may never reach a definitive conclusion regarding the enigmatic occurrences they've witnessed. What do you believe these shadowy figures and inexplicable events could be? Share your insights and theories in the comments section as we embark on a quest to decipher this enigmatic tale. This video, captured in Portugal, Lisbon, in the middle of the night, presents a captivating scene.
Miren esto que está sucediendo ahorita. Estamos aquí en Lisboa. No sabemos, no se sabe. Miren el avión. Va a combatir esto que se ve acá. No se sabe qué. Si alguien sabe.
A crowd has gathered to witness a peculiar spectacle in the night sky. Among the many objects illuminating the sky, there's a concentrated area with what seems to be either green lasers or some form of green gas dispersed into the atmosphere. The question that arises is, what could these objects be? Are they UFOs, drones, or something entirely different? The uncertainty surrounding this phenomenon certainly raises intrigue. While it's a fascinating sight, there's no need for immediate alarm. UFO sightings often have logical explanations, and authorities typically investigate such occurrences to ensure safety. It's a mystery that leaves room for speculation, and perhaps further investigation will shed light on the nature of these luminous objects. In this intriguing scenario, we witness two officers entering a home at night, likely for investigative purposes.
Downstairs, clear.
The second officer takes on the role of recording the entire moment, while the first officer is equipped with both a source of illumination and what seems to be a rifle. As they make their way down the staircase, a sudden sound of footsteps startles the first officer. He swiftly turns to investigate, only to find an open door and no visible presence behind them. The question that lingers is, what could be lurking in the house with them? It's a mystery that keeps both the officers and us pondering.
Upstairs clear?
We're done.
After their thorough search, they ultimately retire to their base, leaving the enigmatic situation unresolved. This doesn't leave the internet quiet, but rather in a frenzy as to what could have been lingering about. A shadowy figure, maybe? Let us know what you saw in the comments section. This next clip was taken in China. Have a look. A strange structure looks to appear in the sky. In this footage, you can see buildings and one particular structure that looks like an angel with wings. This phenomenon is called the Fata Morgana. Fata Morgana is a complex form of mirage that occurs due to variations in temperature and density in the atmosphere, causing light to refract and create optical illusions. This phenomenon can lead to surreal and seemingly impossible appearances, such as distorted buildings, floating structures, or even creatures like angels. Fata Morgana can be quite striking and realistic, especially when observed over large bodies of water or uneven terrain. So, the angel-like structure you saw is most likely a product of Fata Morgana. Do you agree? It's in part A as the mirage. In this intriguing security footage, something rather unusual unfolds. Take a closer look, and you'll notice a peculiar figure gliding silently through the streets, concealed within the shadows cast by two parked cars. This enigmatic presence seems to possess a humanoid form, lending an air of ghostly mystery to the scene. It's as if this entity roams the deserted streets in the silent hours of the night, a lone wanderer in a world where most are sound asleep in the comfort of their homes. Isn't it curious how so many of these strange encounters seem to happen to forest hikers? In this particular tale, we follow two German hikers who were simply out for a walk in the woods, minding their own business, when something unusual piqued their curiosity. Two mysterious pipes jutted out from the ground, seemingly calling to them. What could be hidden beneath? Their intrigue got the best of them, and they decided to investigate further. As they brushed away the leaves and debris, an astonishing discovery awaited them, a concealed doorway leading into the earth. It was like something out of an adventure story. The hikers ventured deeper and were met with an abandoned bunker, a labyrinthine complex of tunnels and rooms that seemed to stretch on forever. But it wasn't just the eerie underground structure that sent shivers down their spines. As they explored, they stumbled upon unsettling German writings scrawled across the bunker walls, some of which translated to chilling phrases like "Help" and "Satan, I love you." It quickly became clear that this bunker had a dark and mysterious history. As the hikers delved deeper into their exploration, they uncovered hints that this place had once been connected to the Nazis during World War II. Even though the bunker had been deserted for years, a palpable sense of unease lingered in the air, a reminder of the secrets it still held. On this eerie island, prepare to experience the world of dolls like never before. The story behind this unsettling spectacle begins with a tragic incident, the drowning of a young girl in the island's waters. The tale takes a dark turn when a man, rumored to have attempted to rescue the girl, decides to hang toys all over the island. Over approximately 17 years, this haunting display slowly took shape. Legend has it that following the girl's untimely demise, these peculiar toys would mysteriously manifest on the island. In response, the man would collect them and hang them or place them in various spots. It's a tale of that takes an even more chilling twist, as the man himself met his end in the very same river where the young girl had tragically lost her life. The combination of these elements creates an atmosphere on the island that is truly spine-tingling and, quite frankly, downright eerie. The dolls and their haunting history are sure to send shivers down your spine. Now, in this series of security camera footage captured in the same vicinity, things take a perplexing turn. What you'll observe is a truly bizarre creature, or at least something that initially appears to be human. It sports a head of short, dark hair and seems, oddly enough, to be unclothed. The mind begins to race with questions. Is it a homeless individual, or perhaps someone who has lost touch with reality? However, upon closer examination, a disconcerting truth emerges. This peculiar figure possesses an otherworldly, ghostly quality. Its movements are unnaturally rapid, defying any human capabilities. This raises the hair-raising possibility: could this be a skinwalker, or worse yet, an entity of a more sinister nature? Imagine the scene: a lone traveler on a desolate road, the moon casting eerie shadows through the bushes. And then, out of the darkness, something utterly bizarre emerges. A horned creature, unlike anything one would expect to encounter on the side of the road. This enigmatic being appears almost ghostly in the dim light, standing there, its presence sending a chill down the observer's spine. What could it be? Where did it come from? And what does it want? Such an encounter would undoubtedly leave anyone pondering the mysteries of the night and the secrets that lurk within the shadows. Ah, the elusive Bigfoot, a creature that has captivated the imaginations of many for generations. Now, Feast your eyes on this intriguing footage captured deep within the woods. In this compelling clip, a figure that bears a striking resemblance to the legendary Bigfoot is seen effortlessly manipulating a massive tree, bending it with apparent ease. The creature displays all the hallmarks of a Bigfoot, bipedal, covered in fur, and having an unmistakably ape-like appearance. What sets this apart from your run-of-the-mill hoax is the creature's superhuman strength. It wields the tree as if it's a mere twig, making it highly unlikely that this is merely a person in an elaborate costume. While the footage may lack crystal clarity due to the camera's extreme zoom, the sheer size and distance of the figure make it one of the most compelling Bigfoot sightings to date. Could this be the irrefutable evidence we've been waiting for? Out in the serene wilderness, capturing the beauty of nature, this man's peaceful moment took an eerie turn when he heard an unusual noise. As he panned his camera towards the source of the sound, he captured something truly strange and unsettling. The creature in question appears slender, with an elongated neck and limbs. According to the man behind the camera, he believes he may have unwittingly recorded a sighting of the enigmatic siren head. For those unfamiliar, the siren head is a cryptid known for its horrifying appearance, resembling a humanoid figure with sirens for a head, emitting disturbing sounds to lure unsuspecting victims. What's your take on this peculiar encounter? In a curious Facebook post by user Daniel Ramirez, a weather phenomenon caught on camera has sparked intrigue and speculation.
Estamos en la ciudad de Río Negro. Acá está lloviendo. Sí, está lloviendo. Y aquí vemos una flotilla de...
The footage showcases a fascinating natural occurrence, where one side of the sky is adorned with dark, rain-laden clouds, while the other boasts clear sunny skies. This duality of weather patterns is something meteorologists can explain through atmospheric conditions. However, what piqued my curiosity in this video is the presence of what appear to be small, drone-like objects within the dark clouds. This unusual sight has led some to question whether there might be a more mysterious explanation at play. Some conspiracy theories suggest government involvement in weather manipulation, raising questions about the true origins of rainfall and cloud behavior. On the YouTube channel Furious Otter, a drone operator was exploring the woodlands of Canachase when he stumbled upon something quite peculiar among the trees. In the footage, a figure stands amidst the dense forest, appearing to be wearing a white robe. What's immediately striking is the figure's height, which nearly matches that of the towering trees surrounding it. This aspect alone makes it highly unlikely that it's a human. While skeptics may dismiss this sighting as a hoax, it's worth noting that the area has a history dating back to the 1990s of stories involving strange entities moving through the woods. Now, this odd footage was posted on one of our paranormal platforms. Have a look.
And this is what she called. Y'all let me know what you think.
The individual recording states that she pulled into her driveway and felt there was something out there with her. Naturally, she went in. But her motion detectors kept going off, and that caused her to investigate. Her investigation led her outside, where she used the flashlight to look around. After a few seconds, she was sure she saw some eyes, and that scared her, making her run back inside. What do you think that was? Tell us in the comments section. I have had chills, but never have I had chills down my spine like this before. And guess the culprit. The next footage I'm about to show you. The footage was taken by residents of Oregon way back in 2013. From the depths of the woods, a chorus of hysterical laughter echoes through the night, sending shivers down spines and chills through souls. The very air seems to vibrate with the eerie sound, a melody that's both haunting and otherworldly. No one knows what or who was making the sounds, but one dared venture into the woods to find out. Some speculate it could be a hyena, a creature known for its distinctive cackles, but with every passing moment, doubt creeps in. The sheer loudness and persistent nature of the laughter seems to defy any logical explanation. Whatever this entity is, it's not your typical forest dweller. Have you ever had to deal with those children that rang your bells and ran as soon as they rang them? Well, what if you had a camera to record and know which kids in the neighborhood did that to your bell? It would help, right? Well, I guess that's what the owner of the Trailcam that recorded this footage thought. In the footage, we observe a light-like object approaching the door. Once this light reaches the door, the bell starts ringing, leaving you with questions. What is this light and why is it ringing the bell? It's not a one-time occurrence that you could dismiss as a fluke or error. It happens multiple times, leaving you wondering what's really happening. That's what the owner thought and uploaded the footage online expecting to receive some help. All who saw it were also shocked by the whole thing. They unanimously believed that it had to be a ghost. Honestly, I'm inclined to lean toward the ghostly explanation as well. Yet some paranormal enthusiasts suggest it might be a bug or a cobweb, which isn't entirely impossible given our camera experiences. However, the logical explanation still leaves the question of why the bell rings. So what do you personally think? Are we dealing with a bug or cobweb, or is there an actual ghost out there? Or could the whole thing just be a clever attempt to mislead us? Share your thoughts with us in the comments section. Next, we have this Trailcam footage that's had us scratching our heads. What do you see in the footage? It starts off looking like your everyday Trailcam capture, a nice capture of a raccoon going about its business in the evening, but look up. Do you see it? Right in the top corner of the footage, there are a set of lights moving in a way that makes me believe they're from the same aircraft. But no human aircraft have lights arranged like that unless I'm unaware, which I highly doubt. To add to that, there are no flight paths where this footage was taken. What could we be dealing with then? Well, the answer is simple, a potential spacecraft. Just a few weeks ago, my claims might have seemed far-fetched, but considering that certain well-known government entities are now monitoring spacecrafts, I don't think I'm too far off the mark. Seriously though, what do you think that thing in the footage is? Tell us in the comments section. Photobombing is typically associated with human antics, but when another species gets in on the act, it seems that wildlife might just have more fun than we do. It's almost like a scene out of The Penguins of Madagascar, offering a glimpse into the world beyond human understanding. Take a look. This snapshot was taken, uploaded, and shared on a scorching afternoon. Amid the expanse of a sprawling plantation, two lovers are clearly reveling in the moment. Perhaps they were on a land-hunting adventure, exploring a few acres of the plantation. Little did they realize their joyful moment was about to be unexpectedly interrupted by an intruder lurking in the trees. A brown-hued creature perched in the trees, emanating an air of unwavering confidence with its effortlessly executed pose. Currently, the identity of this photobomber remains a mystery, though its distinctive brown appearance is evident. Could it be a small creature like a squirrel moving in the background? Is it a much larger creature like a bear, or possibly a cryptid? Well, the online community is divided about this. What do you think? Still on the subject of Bigfoot, you might want to see this next footage taken that might just be the most controversial Bigfoot post we have ever made. In the first few seconds of the footage, we see a struggle between whoever is recording and a larger creature. The creature appears ape-like. According to the explorer whose video it is, that was a scuffle between himself and Bigfoot. Sounds wild, right? And there's more to the story. This intrepid explorer claims to have successfully killed the creature. He even provides pictures and, more astonishingly, the corpse's evidence. Let's take a look. Yep, that's Bigfoot according to the explorer. He actually believes and states he killed Bigfoot. If you're struggling to see the Bigfoot in the footage, it might be due to his actions, but let's pause for a moment. What are your thoughts? Could he have indeed met the creature, or is this a made-up story to get famous? Share your thoughts and feelings in the comments section. This next footage you're about to see was captured on a trail cam seemingly during the near darkness of night. In the capture, we see a dense forest of trees setting the scene for our intriguing discovery. In the center of the capture, we see a mysterious object that's practically unidentifiable. It might appear to be part of the foliage at first, but upon closer inspection, we start to see it for what it really is, a creature with peculiar scales and a green hue, giving it an otherworldly appearance. There's no way it looks like any type of plant. I mean, a little like maize, but there's no way it would pass for one. The creature, or whatever it is, also appears to have a rugged texture adorned with spikes, leaving no surface untouched. In fact, it could almost be mistaken for the relic of a cryptid encounter. Taking a gander at its suspended leg uncannily resembles that of a lizard or a chicken, perhaps. Is this an example of a mutated animal, or could it be an entirely new form of cryptid? Share your thoughts in the comments section. Aliens are all the buzz now, and we can understand why. But this is footage from some years ago, and we can't even emphasize enough how eerie looking it is. Take a look. So, what do you see in the footage? Did you initially think it was an alien or an extraterrestrial being? If so, I wouldn't blame you. Interestingly, some individuals have been sharing snapshots of this creature on paranormal pages, claiming it to be an alien. But what if I told you that this isn't an alien at all? What if I said that what you're seeing is actually a bear? Would you be surprised? The creatures you're witnessing in the footage are actually bears that supposedly reside in a sanctuary in Germany. Strangely, they began losing their fur at a certain point without any apparent reason. In fact, even the zookeepers couldn't pinpoint the exact cause. Either way, you have to admit that bears look pretty different when they don't have their coating and fur. Although the circumstances are unfortunate, it's interesting to see. Wouldn't you say? Would you drive through the woods with friends and family late at night seeking a thrill? If you said yes, then clearly you haven't seen this next footage I'm about to show you. The footage starts off with a woman screaming, and that's never a good sign. As the woman screams, we see a hooded being in front of the car staring at them. The stare is all sorts of evil and eerie. Aside from her, we see that the windshield of the vehicle is broken, which means that the occupants of the car most likely ran into whatever was staring them down. How is it still standing, though? Are they screaming because they thought they killed the being in the hood? If that were the case, they would have gotten down to see how whoever it was doing. They remain in the vehicle, however, and a few seconds, whatever that being is, jumps onto the hood of the car. Clearly, it's fine, and you don't need to be a psychic to know that that's definitely not normal. It's almost like a scene from a horror movie. But if it's not human, and if getting knocked down by the car was not enough to hurt or kill it even after the windshield of the car had been cracked, what do you think we're dealing with here? A shapeshifter? A skinwalker? The Grim Reaper? What exactly? Share your thoughts in the comments section. We'd love to hear them.
In the midst of a serene park where friends have gathered for their usual round of play and relaxation, an air of normalcy is swiftly replaced by an eerie encounter that defies logic and explanation. As the friends prepare to immerse themselves in their usual routine, unbeknownst to them, a bizarre and unsettling presence looms just beyond the trees. The figure takes on a peculiar and surreal appearance, featuring a humanoid form with hard-to-discern features. The mysterious entity stands there, its eyes locked in a piercing gaze upon the unsuspecting group. Its intentions remain shrouded in uncertainty, and the friends are left to grapple with the strange vibes emanating from the inexplicable encounter. The lights go off and on for some weird reason. Each time it comes on, the creature is closer to them in an unexplainable way till it lands on the hood of their vehicle. Questions hang heavily in the air. Who or what could this enigmatic presence be? What are its motives, and does it pose a threat to those unsuspecting children? Whatever the answers to that are, one thing is certain. The park, which was once a place of tranquility and carefree enjoyment, now harbors an unsettling secret that will surely linger in the minds of those who bore witness to this strange and disconcerting event. And with that, we conclude today's episode. Thank you for watching till the end. You are special. If you have any Trailcam footage you'd like the rest of the world to see, please send it over to us at classifiedcaptures@gmail.com. Don't be shy and don't think it's crazy. We'll help you make sense of even the most bizarre of captures. What's more, we'll give you the credit unless you want to remain anonymous. What are you waiting for? Send it in. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe as it helps us out a ton. See you in the next one.